cameras.
Company, URL, you know, a company slogan.
Our company slogan. Well, we got several, but one of them is we don't cut corners, we spray them. Okay? How do we do bed bug work? Well, we have a couple of procedures that we do at one particular time, right? That's chemical, steaming, and dusting. Not necessarily in that order. What we do is we go in with a group of guys, all right? One guy is going to go ahead and he's going to start steaming your furniture, cracks and crevices. It's a very important process because of the fact that bed bugs are never just in your mattress or in your box spring. They could be anywhere 3 to 6 feet from where you sleep. So in your dressers, in your nightstands, behind your headboard, box springs underneath where the wood is, those are areas that you should be looking at as far as sources of major infestation. The way we do this is, well, let's say edges, cracks and crevices where the furniture is at. We put the steamer nozzle in there in those areas, and what it does is it heats up the whole area without damaging it because it's less water, more steam, more pressure. The machine is set for that, so that the object that we are steaming is not soaking up all the water, and what it's doing is heating up this whole area where you actually see the steam traveling through, coming out through the other way. This is designed to do two things: destroy and to flush out. It will destroy all the eggs, all the nymphs, which are the babies, and any adults that are in the vicinity. The other thing it will do is for those adults that are not destroyed by it, they can't stand the heat. They have to run, so they're being flushed out of there, and that exposes them to a chemical process. While that one individual is going over there and doing that procedure, I have another person who's actually opening up all the wall plates and outlets. And what he's doing is he's putting a silica-based pyrethrin dust behind the walls. Any insect that comes in contact with that, it will break their shell, turn them off like a light switch. Why is this important? Well, because any time that you may have a piece of furniture that is infested up against a wall plate or an outlet, 90% of the times they are infesting that outlet. They're hiding behind the walls. Like most insect, like I said, bed bugs are cracking crevices. Anywhere where they can hide, they will. And behind wall voids, in furniture, so it's very important to check those. A lot of times when we do open up the outlets, we do find feces, we do find blood. Sometimes we even find some bedbug carcasses. So it's very important to go ahead and do those areas. After we finish those two procedures, those individuals will move into the next area, and a third individual will come in, and what he is going to do is he's going to chemically treat everything in that room, from ceiling to floor, top to bottom, left to right. So every piece of furniture is going to get steamed. Excuse me, I screwed it up right there. Every piece of furniture is going to go ahead and get hit with chemical. And what that happens, what we do with that is we move every piece of furniture like a dresser. We're going to apply the chemical to the back of the dresser. We're going to apply the chemical to the inside, and every drawer will get hit individually with chemical. The nightstands will also get hit the same way, except we will actually flip the nightstands over and treat it on the bottom also. Chemical has 3 components inside of it. First component kills on contact, okay? What that does is that anything that we see that is moving, when we spray it, it's dead, it's done. You don't have to worry about that insect anymore. For those that are hiding away behind walls or in other areas that we can't get to, the second component is an IGR. That stands for Insect Growth Regulator. What that does is that after we're finished with our job and we leave and we're done, you have something in the apartment continuously working for up to 45 days. Phone. Okay, our chemical has actually 3 components in it, and the first component actually kills on contact. And what that does is that if I see something moving around and we hit it, it's dead. Okay? You don't have to worry about that bug anymore. The other component is an IGR, that stands for Insect Growth Regulator. And what that does is that as we're using the chemical, once we're done and our chemical dries, this kicks in. It gives you a residual for up to 45 days. It takes away the hunger, the protection, and the ability to reproduce of the bed bug. Alright? This is what you really want, because after we're finished doing our job, if something is hiding in an area, it's not reacting to the chemical until it actually comes out. And what that does is when the insect is actually walking on a surface that has been sprayed, the particles are actually bonding to its shell. So when it does that, it starts breaking it down and it starts poisoning on a different biological level. And then it starts attacking it. It's not going to feed on you. It's not going to have any protection. So when it molts and the shell and its molting cycle is when the insect is actually shedding from one stage to another. It sheds its shell, and its new shell is not forming correctly. It stays soft, so it takes away their protection. So that's the other thing that it does. That's very important, and it lasts for about 45 days. The third component is actually called a synergist, and what that does is, it's really simple what it does. It doesn't allow the insects to have any natural resistance to the pesticide. So no matter what, the chemical is going to work. They're going to react to the chemical. There's no way that they're going to be able to resist the chemical at all. Okay? After we finish doing all these three procedures, we require people to go ahead and to leave the premises for up to 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on how heavy the infestation is and how much chemical we may have used in the area. Okay, so that's pretty much how we do a bed bug treatment in a person's home. We require people to go ahead and get prepared in a particular manner, and what that means is that taking out their clothes out of their dressers, their nightstands should be empty, the bedding should be taken off all of the beds. That includes pillows, that also includes curtains. Any fabric that they may have in the rooms should be taken off the floors. All of it should be put in plastic bags, and you can leave it in the center of the room. We will move that for you. After we leave or during the process, you should take this to a dryer to heat up. It is not necessary to wash all clean clothes. It is only necessary for you to put it in a dryer to heat up. That's one of the reasons why we use the steamer. Insects, at times, it's possible for them to survive a washing cycle, but nothing will survive a dryer. If you put it in a contained dryer for about 30 minutes, that should be more than enough time to destroy the insect. Okay? If you have any more questions, you can, I don't know what else to say.
Go to our webpage. You know the webpage?
If you have any more questions, you can go to our webpage. That's nypestpro.com. And you can check out all the information we may have, not just on bed bugs, but on any other services like mice, rodents, rats, fleas, roaches.
Carpet cleaning.
Carpet cleaning. We also do carpet cleaning. And everything there is to know about us is on our webpage. And there's a lot of important information on there. And you can also look at our blog.